All right, and we're back. I have my phone plugged in, so hopefully I won't lose you guys. Okay, so we used our distributive property because now it makes this a little bit simpler. So I have b's on both sides of the equation. I have numbers on both sides. I want to get numbers to one side, b's to the other side. Again, as I mentioned, I like to make my variable positive. So instead of subtracting 3b's, because if I subtract 3b's from 2b's, it'd be negative 1b, I like to go ahead and subtract the smaller thing over so that I'm not having to deal with a negative coefficient. So 3b's minus 2b's, that's just 1b, equals 10. Now I'm going to subtract 12 to get the b all by itself, and I get b equals negative 2, and that would be my final answer. Oops, sorry. b equals negative 2. And let's look at one more together. Again, this is one of the more challenging types of problems I could throw at you. You have parentheses. So you can undo that last by dividing both sides by 8, but 10x is not terribly divisible by, it's not divisible by 8, so I think that's going to make it a little bit nasty. So when I anticipate it's going to get nasty, I like to distribute. So I have 8x minus 16 equals 10x. And again, I have x's on both sides. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 8x from this side. Now notice, I get rid of the 8x's and I am left with negative 16 because that is a minus 16. And that is 2x's. I divide both sides by 2. Negative 8 equals x. So that's a little bit tricky that you have to make sure you bring that negative along for the ride. If you're subtracting 16, it's a negative 16. And let's do a couple more examples together just so we can feel comfortable with this, and then I'll let you solve the rest on your own and check your answers with my answer key on the website. I'm going to skip these ones because they're a little bit easier. Let's go down to maybe some more complicated ones, 3 and 4. Again, with these types of problems, I like to distribute first. So I get 9g minus 18 equals 12g. Now this is not too bad. I want to bring the 9g's over. Minus 9g, I get 3g's equals negative 18. Again, this is where you got to be really careful to bring that negative along for the ride. We're going to divide both sides by 3. Negative 6 equals g. That wasn't too bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 6. Remember, this is a grouping symbol, so I like to get rid of the division first. So I'm going to get rid of division by multiplying. Boop, boop, that cancels out. We're left with 2t plus 14 equals 6t. Subtract 2t's from both sides, and we get 4t equals 14. Divide by 4. This is going to be a mixed number because 14 is not divisible by 4. Oops. 4 goes into 14. 3 whole times, it gets you to 12. There's 2 left over. 2 quarters is the same thing as a half, so I'll go ahead and just write it as 3.5 right off the bat. Let's look at one more together. Let's take a look at number 8. So one thing you need to be careful of is looking at this term here. You can actually simplify that. That's 4p's divided by 2. 4p's divided by 2 is 2p's. So you do 4 divided by 2, which is 2. So this is 12 minus 8p plus 2p equals negative 2p. Okay? I'm going to combine my like terms. Now be careful. This is a negative 8p plus a 2p. So this is 12 minus 6p equals negative 2p. I'm going to add 6p's to both sides. Negative 2 and positive 6. That gives us positive 4 is equal to 12. 4p's are equal to 12. We divide both sides by 4, and we get that p equals 3. With this guy here, you're going to use that cross product. Multiply 3 by that whole thing, 2 by that whole thing, distribute, and then solve. So go ahead and try those on your own, and you can check my answer key on the website.